up, y'all? My name is Asia, and this is actually my first YouTube video. Okay, and there's many more to come, but this is my first. So today, as you can see from the title, I'm just going to be showing you guys how I cornrow hair, or aka braid to the scalp. So here I'm using my mannequin head here with real human hair. Her name is Chelsea. I got her from Sally's, and she was actually the only black girl mannequin they had. So, I had to get her. But she doesn't have any kinky hair. So mind you that when you're watching this video, this is straight hair. But here you see me just parting the hair. I'm going for a medium-sized braid, I would say. It starts off pretty small and then it gradually goes into a bigger braid, and you can kind of see that in the other two braids that I had in. So this is just for demonstration purposes. So yeah, like I said, just parting the hair. I'm gonna comb through and detangle the hair and make sure it's ready to braid. That is a very important step, to make sure the hair is detangled. And then I'm just checking my part right now. And then I'm fixing anything that I see that's wrong with the part. So yeah, I think that is a good part. Let me know what you think, but I thought it was good enough. And also note that I am not using any product in this mannequin head. I feel like it'd just be extra to use product like edge control or gel or anything like that, because obviously it's a mannequin head, so this is just for demonstration purposes. If this was a real head, then obviously I would be using product, but I am not here. So I'm just gonna move the excess hair out of the way so it doesn't get entangled with the braid that I'm trying to do. Let me show you this part again. Nice and straight. Well, I guess not straight, but it's a curved part. But anyways, yeah, like I said, it'll be a small braid. Make sure it's detangled, and we'll get right into braiding. Okay, so here I'm just gonna take the very beginning of the section of hair that I got and take very small pieces of hair. So I'm gonna find 3 very small pieces of hair so I can start this braid. So you see me finding the 3 pieces right now. And as I begin the braid, it's a regular cornrow. I take the outside pieces and bring them to the middle. And I'm trying to hold my fingers close enough to the scalp so that the braid comes out nice and neat and tight. So you see me taking the outside piece, bringing it to the middle, and then doing that, just alternating sides. And then to add the hair, I only add it on one side of the braid. So I know some people might do it different than I do, but this is how I personally do it myself, and it came out pretty good for me. So whenever I go on the left side, I take some hair and I add it into my fingers. And so you'll see me doing that again right here. Grab some hair, add it to my fingers, and keep braiding. The outside hair, always go to the middle. Then add some hair, pinch it in between my fingers, and keep braiding. I hope this is pretty clear for you guys. And you see how the braid is actually pretty small in the beginning, but as you will soon see, it definitely gets bigger as it goes. So it's not just a super tiny braid, but you can definitely do that as well. So I'm actually just going to fast forward a little bit through the rest of my braid, but I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. Like I said, take from the outside, bring to the middle, and we're just alternating back and forth between the left and the right strand. And every time I'm on the left side, I add some hair, just a little bit of hair in between my fingers. And make sure you're keeping your fingers close to the scalp, because that's how we make sure it's a tight braid. So you see, I never really bring the hand that I'm holding the braid down with, I never really bring it away from the scalp, because that would make it a loose braid. So I'm just going to continue to go down to the end of the braid, and then I will check back in with you guys. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. I also wanted to say that it is very important that you try to keep your strands like very neat and together, if that makes sense. If you have like stray hairs coming in to your braid, then you'll notice that at the end, and you'll see that I had a few pieces mixed in from the excess hair that I didn't want in there, and so it'll mess up the neatness of your braid. So make sure whenever you're adding the hair or just bringing the outside pieces to the middle, that it's just that strand of hair. You want it to be super neat, and it's okay if it takes the time. It makes it a longer process, because it'll be worth it in the end. So just be very particular about the pieces of hair that you're grabbing and bringing in. And you'll see me like fluster a little bit, just because I want to make sure that this is a neat braid. So yeah, continue watching, and I'm gonna fast forward some more. Alright, so here you see me approaching the end of the braid, the cornrow, to the scalp portion. And so as soon as I'm done with adding hair, I have no more hair to add, so I'm just going to convert to doing a regular plait all the way down to the end so I can complete the look. Okay, so no more adding hair is necessary. This is just a regular braid. Pretty simple. You're still adding the very outside pieces to the inside, and you just keep on going until you run out of hair. And so you can see how there was a continuous braid. You start from the scalp and then you end off the scalp. So I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing here. Alright, so here you see me finishing up the braid, and then I'm going to show you a close-up of what I have done. So as you can see, the braid is very tight and very neat. You see every stitch, and like I said before, you have to be very intentional with what hairs go into your braid. So you can see a couple of the stray hairs coming into the braid, and so that could have been avoided. You make sure your parts are crisp, and usually I'd be using gel to smooth away any of the stray hairs, but yeah, we started off small, we went gradually bigger, and it turned out to be beautiful. And so yeah, that is how you cornrow. Please buy a mannequin head, and please practice, because it will pay off in the end. But thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and tell me what else you would like to see on this head.